brought you in today?
I have this big project coming up I have to present. Really nervous about it.
Okay, can you tell me more about this project?
Well, I've been working on it for the past couple months, and it's a research project on the dangers of nicotine, and I have to do a big presentation in front of the whole class.
Okay, and what makes you nervous about presenting in front of the class?
The talking, dealing with people staring at me.
Okay, does that make you anxious?
Yes,
Would you
very.
say? Okay. How do you feel when you are anxious? Tell me your feelings with that.
My feelings. Well, I know I just get really shaky, and I start feeling really lightheaded. My heart starts racing, the sweating. I start stumbling upon my words.
Okay. Would you say that you become more anxious whenever you are stressed out?
Yes, very.
Okay. When do you feel the most stress?
When school comes around. Over summer I'm pretty good, but when school starts up again, especially the first month or so, it's really bad.
Have you tried any remedies for your stress?
I used to meditate a lot, but I ended up falling out of that routine I used to have.
So when you meditated, did you feel less stressed, more at ease?
Yes.
So do you think that meditation could help with your anxiety?
Yes. But it's the fact that staying focused while doing it I was unable to do.
Okay. Do you have, music in the background, or do you have the TV on when you meditate?
No, it's silent. It's an app I use that
Okay.
talks for me.
Okay. When did you first start feeling anxiety? How old were you?
It started really bad around last year.
Okay. Do you know what may have triggered it in the beginning?
Really, no idea. It was a lot of school stress,
Okay.
friends.
Can you tell me a bit about your friends?
Well, my group of friends, we all had a falling out, so we stopped talking to each other, and that led to me being really sad.
How
Often.
did that what happened with the fallout? Can you be more specific? If you're willing?
Just, you know how girls are, when talking about each other behind a back, it gets out, it turns into a fight, just a big thing.
Okay. And do you feel like your relationship with your friends still isn't back to normal ever since then?
No, not at all.
Okay. Have you tried talking to them about this?
I've tried, but every time we do, it seems like it goes nowhere.
Right. Okay. So whenever you're speaking, are your friends in this class that you have to give the presentation in?
Yes.
Do you feel that whenever you're speaking in front of them, does that make you feel a certain way?
That honestly could be what triggers it when they're in class.
Okay. So you feel that when you're in class with your friends you had a falling out with, you start to feel anxious because maybe you feel, do you feel like maybe they're judging you?
Yes, that's the big thing with my anxiety is the judgment.
Okay. Have you, whenever you give a presentation, have you tried practicing that presentation beforehand?
Yeah, and then that just leads to me just freaking, when you just walk around by yourself and you're saying it in your head,
Right.
and you just start freaking out about it more, and it's completely different from when you go in front of people.
Exactly. When you feel anxious, do you lose sleep over that?
Yes, I'll stay up throughout the whole night for weeks straight, not get much sleep.
Okay. Have you tried any remedies for that?
I tried getting off my phone earlier.
Right.
I tried making myself more tired with working out.
So would you say you have a poor sleep schedule?
Yes, it's very not consistent.
Okay. So do you think maybe being on your phone too late would have an effect on that?
For sure, yes.
Okay. So, when is this presentation?
It's coming up next week.
Okay. Do you feel like you could benefit from, do you think it would put your anxiety at ease if you were to get enough sleep and to sort of practice it over and over again, like out loud? You said you go over it in your head, but have you tried speaking it out loud, like in front of like maybe your family?
No, not yet.
Okay, that might benefit you. To practice it out loud in front of people, to sort of hear your own voice. That might help instead of just the voice in your head. Can you tell me anything else about school? Like, how is everything else going in school for you?
It's pretty fine. Just a lot of, classes, taking all honors, leads to a lot of stress.
Right.
Not talking to many people in school also doesn't help with that. Making school feel more, not hostile, but not like you don't want to be there.
I understand. So why don't we try something? Why don't you try to open up a bit? It seems like maybe you're closing yourself off a little to people. And maybe you could try this week to at least speak to your friends a little more. Maybe let's set a goal for speaking to one friend a day in person, instead of over text message. That might help you relieve some of your anxiety before the presentation. Preferably a friend that's in that class that you're giving the presentation to.
Yes.
And maybe what might also help, have you guys, are they also giving a presentation?
Yes, they are.
What if you guys practiced together and presented each other's projects to one another? That might help relieve some anxiety. Can you tell me a bit about your teacher? Is your teacher welcoming?
He's pretty welcoming. He's also he's the type of teacher that jokes around, like is mean and stuff, like jokes around with you, but he is very nice in the end, but that does lead to like the judgment from him.
Right. Do you feel comfortable speaking in front of your teacher, or does that make you anxious at all?
It makes me a little anxious because he is a very nice teacher and you do want to be a good student for him.
Right. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your home life?
Oh, my home life's pretty good. I live with my mom, sometimes my sister.
Okay. So you said you live with your mom. What about your father?
My father and my mom split about 5 years ago, so they are separated.
Would you say that causes some anxiety?
Possibly could be a trigger for it.
Okay. Do you feel like that might affect your sleep at all? Maybe you're stressed about family, when you're trying to go to sleep at night?
Yes, in the back of my mind, it's still always there.
Right. Okay. Well, I think we got a basic understanding of everything that's going on right now. It's definitely going to take a couple more sessions to work through some things. So for the next, before our next session, I would like you to, if you would like, work through your anxiety by, practicing this presentation you have to go over. Maybe beforehand, writing down how you feel, that might benefit, and then how you feel afterwards, and we can go over those notes next session. And we'll set a goal for you to speak with at least one person, one friend during the school day, and that might help alleviate some of your anxiety.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.